Всем здрасте. Ой, покрасьте. Так. Ну, канал у меня 18+, так что не удивляйтесь. Ой, лампа это... Ну ладно, пофиг, меня видно вроде. Так, в предыдущей серии мы выбрали копье, побродили, пообщались. Выбрали копье, которым предположительно заколол Иисуса Христа какой-то римский воин. Копье Лондина. Так, я вообще про это в первый раз. Ну, то есть тут надо в этой всей христианщине разбираться. Будьте нате, что-то так. У нас, кстати, манускрипты заканчиваются для чтения. Да? Ну, давай. Оккультизм, манипулирование, ну и ловкость. Потому что допрос там нет смысла. Встретиться с матерью на причале. Так, причал. Там сначала надо вниз спуститься. Это нам сначала надо вниз.
Sticking your nose everywhere again. Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur, I don't follow you.
Я вас не понимаю. Я придя такой не дал, чтобы вы разрушили мои планы.
Why? What are you talking
А
about?
что вообще говорите? О ваших удивительных поступках. Это собрание честь не успех. Вам лучше не стоять у меня на пути. Я же верно мне сказать, что вы задумали ограбить Мортимера. Сейчас задайте то, что украли. Я помыслить о таком не мог. Нужно что-то придумать. Наполеону Бонапарту просто раздал лещей. Так, связь с матерью на причале. Ладно, тут уже сейчас не будем особо церемониться. Нам еще этим по пути всем пощечины раздавать. Главное, чтобы под левую руку никто не подходил. Левой руки-то у нас нет. Так. Вор. Ну можем так пройти, в принципе. Как-то ходы начинают заканчиваться. Ходы начинают заканчиваться. Тут, по-моему, лестница где-то была тоже, нет? Нет, показалось. Эйтрус братьев Миллер. Интересно, сколько людей после прохождения игры заинтересовало, что это за Эйтрус, который ему матушка запрещала читать? Там разврат какой-то, что ли? Или где? Так, это столовка. Никого нет? Никого нет, ладно. Это хорошо, это хорошо.
Am I disturbing you?
God damn it, Durishe! Are you joking or
Что вы
what?
за респирацию храните меня за всем это, а спустя пару часов срывается один из наших сторонников.
Completely breaks down. Is this what Mortimer's side is all about?
Listen, I'm kind of in a rush. Enough is enough.
Хватит жаловаться,
Choose your
видите, с
side
кем вы
and
все
everyone will be
будете счастливы.
happy.
What? What are you playing at, Durishe? It's too late. I've come too far to back out now. Good God. I swear there's nothing common about you, Durishe.
So everyone tells me.
Oh, while you're here, you wouldn't know who the last guest is, would you?
What do you mean?
I heard Sir Gregory speaking
О
about
нем
a
говорил сэр
certain
Грегор, некий
Al-Asif,
Азиф
something
или
or
вроде
other.
того.
Who? What?
Obviously not. It's not important. Forget it.
No, hang on.
It doesn't matter, I'm telling you. We'll find out soon
Ну,
enough.
это скоро, все
I'm
равно
in a
скоро
hurry
знаем.
right now. I'm waiting
Что
for
за
someone.
Алязив?
See you later, Louis.
Shit. I haven't time either. See you later.
Всем пофиг, да? Что я без руки тут бегаю с кровавым обрубком с кровавым. Так, отстанка. Опа, слуга стоит. И там слуга стоит.
Ah, Louis.
А тут
Perfect
Мортон.
timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
А, дай договор. Сейчас будет это противостояние, неудачи, там,
Get
схватка.
closer, please.
Да иди ты
It's
в
time we
тень.
had a little chat. I wanted you.
Я хотел.
No, your hand.
Ох,
Damn
ваша
it,
рука.
no. So that's it.
Мысли.
She's prepared to use you.
What do you mean?
It wasn't enough for her to lose her hand. She had to make you
Ну,
lose
еще и вас
yours too.
покалечила.
I cannot permit this to continue.
Пора положить этому
Louis,
конец.
it's
Вы,
time you
вам пора
found out
узнать
the
правду.
truth. I've been observing you since you
Я
arrived.
наблюдаю
I
с
see you
вами с самого
running
первого
all
дня.
over
Видели,
the
как вы
ground
отчаянно
in
пытались
search
найти
of
Сару.
Sarah. I would like to prevent her
Я
from
бы не
leading
хотел, чтобы
you
вы и
even
дальше шли за
further
ней
down
по
the
ложному
wrong
пути.
road. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons. She's right.
Продолжайте.
Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you open
Открыть
your
вам
eyes.
глаза.
Come, you'll soon see.
After you. If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves
Да,
that
эти мы
very
тоже
same
задавались этим
question.
вопросом.
For many centuries, we didn't
Сначала мы не
organize
провели
any
никаких
conferences.
собраний.
Most of the time, it
В Южной
ended
столе
in
сидел
civil war
за
between
влиянием,
demons.
многие тогда погибли.
Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer
Все
to
изменилось, когда мы ввели
the interest
собрание.
being to erect some
Нам
rules
захотелось
among
установить правила для
ourselves.
самих себя.
Our family first divided
Тогда
up
члены
all
нашей
the
семьи
principal
разъехались по
countries of the
мировым
world.
державам.
Now, whenever one of us wanted to
С тех пор,
propose
если
a
кто-то
major
хочет предложить
change
изменения,
between
которые
these
затрагивают
countries,
другие страны, он
they summon
созывает
the demon in question
заинтересованных
and initiate a
демонов
conference.
на
The demon
обсуждение.
that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the
А
participants,
мы
followed
можем
by
их
several
убеждать,
days
не
of
навязывая
reflection,
свою
during
волю.
which we are allowed to be persuasive, but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the
На втором собрании
conference
проводится
with a
решающее
final vote.
голосование.
So, for
То есть
you
для вас
it's a
это
game,
просто игра?
isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living
Но когда
several
проживаешь несколько лет,
centuries,
хочется просто
you stand
расслабиться.
back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
But how do you agree on
Как же вы управляете внешней политикой?
Locally, we often have
Наши
competing
интересы нередко
interests.
враждуют.
Sometimes
Из-за
we
каких-то
start
разногласий
wars
мы даже
between
устраиваем
them, which are
войны.
linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father
Обычно
steps
отец
in
выступает
and
себе
gives
дает нам
directives,
указания, которые мы
which
обязаны
my
следовать.
family follow to the letter. Indeed,
Какой-то
in
дичью
my opinion, it
попахивает.
is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my
Вот этот
father,
голос
as
Мортимера,
he and myself are not
the
really
letter
on very good
F is the
terms.
most flexible
Sending poor
letter in
Elizabeth here
English
was
world.
terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now, don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
So, Von Borchert.
Это вы
wasn't
представляете
looking for the Al-Azif
Аль-Азиф?
for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What? You mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right. I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
Я бы...
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I've got an idea, but it might seem stupid.
Trust me.
Am I one? I mean, am I a demon?
Would you like that?
No, I don't think so. I'm just a man, and that's fine with me.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body, without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis,
Было бы лучше, если бы она
I would
сама
rather
просто
you
сказала.
found
Вам
this
пора
out from
узнать
her own
правду.
lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is
Не
not
ваша
your mother.
мать.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Пиздит. Вообще не похоже. Это все
Not
подстава.
too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something...
Блин, ну если это реально тут какая-то бесовщина такая, это неинтересно. Я думал, будет какой-то... Если хочешь знать что-то...
But it'd be a violation of their most intimate thoughts, wouldn't it?
To begin with, there's nothing obliging you to do it.
Ты мог делать это и
You
раньше, просто
already
не
had the
умел.
ability without even knowing it. I just gave you the option of putting it into practice if you want. Moreover, it would be wrong to evoke morality here. Every species is different, Louis, and this is the way we are made. That's all there is to it. You are free to use this talent or not. And what's more, it will be up to you to decide what to do with the thoughts you read. That is where the values of right and wrong do come into play. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is
Да,
touchy.
обидчив и
Rather
правила
stickler
при нем
about
лучше
the
не
conventions.
нарушать.
On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you finish.
Теперь вы можете, если при каждом чтении мысли тратится очко эссенции. Вы можете вернуть 1 очко, если столкнетесь с устойчивостью. 2, если воспользуетесь слабостью. 3, если выпьете настойку якорцев.
You're right. I need to go now. See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing.
Еще.
If you want to know the truth about
Если вы
your
хочешь знать
birth,
правду о своем рождении,
ask
спроси
her
у нее о
about
Париже.
Paris,
1763 год, дом 12 по улице
at
Мартир.
12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she
Она вырвала
disemboweled
тебя
your
фиолончик,
mother
чтобы
to
украсть
steal
меня.
you from me.
Кстати, она же что-то ему говорила про это.
It's
Ёбаный
not that I
парень.
regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Добавили какую-то возможность нелепую. Так.
You manipulated us all. You're going to pay.
What is at stake here far outweighs our personal
Our
interests.
personal interests. You betrayed me.
Emily, no! But wait, how has Sarah betrayed you?
I don't believe it. You still don't get it. I'm not Emily, stupid.
You went as far as killing your own sister?
You're the one who pointed her out. You only have yourself to blame. And even after going to bed with her, you were incapable of telling us apart.
Oh, dear God!
Surprise, Sarah. You can't just get rid of me like that, you old hag.
Do you realize what you did? Emma, you tricked your sister. She looked for you everywhere.
You're lying. She wasted her time hovering around you.
No, you're wrong, Emma. She was ready to kill me if it would have brought you back.
She was supposed to lay into you. She was supposed to get even for me.
Emily was right. She wouldn't have made me pay for someone else's mistakes.
Duchess, I am sorry about what happened.
You had a choice. You use people according to your desires without any scruples.
Excuse me, but we are in the same
Эмму
line of
все-таки мы не
business,
ту выбрали.
and Emily knew it very well.
No, Emma, look at me.
She would never endanger herself for the sake of the Order. Her sense of duty gave way to her personal interest. In the end, Sir Gregory was the only one who was truly honest with me. He has opened my eyes more in 2 days than my sister did in a whole lifetime.
Sir Gregory? You've got to be joking, right? You're not really going to trust him, are you?
I trust Gregory. He's always honest with me.
Emma, you don't realize. You're just a pawn to Sir Gregory, like the rest of us.
He has never lied to me. He took me in, took care of me. Something that no one else has ever done for me.
Why did he do it? You didn't have any particular item which he desperately wanted you to give him, for example?
No,
Emma, you are the only one who knows where the Al-Azif is hidden. He's using you.
Он вас обманывает.
It's all Mortimer's fault.
Mortimer is responsible for his share of all this,
Но не он
but he's
один.
not playing alone. Holm is serving his own interests too. There's been enough deaths.
No, it isn't fair. I haven't done all this for nothing. Home promised me I could be the only Duchess Hillsborough from now on.
Lower your weapon, Emma.
No, I've gone too far to stop here. You are trying to manipulate me again, I can tell.
No, why do you say that?
That poor Emma is stupid. She would swallow any story you wanted, wouldn't she? No one will ever manipulate me again.
It's all over for you. You're going to have some explaining to do after all of this.
What? Are you threatening me? Do you really think you are in a position to do so? And what if I take your mother out first? At the stage I'm at, she should never have tried to shoot me.
Emma, no.
Don't move!
Louis, remember in Paris? I trust you, son. Now, Louis!
No, no, damn it! No! Why did you do that?
Louis!
No, no, no! Come on, Mother. Hang in there. You're gonna get through this.
Do not trust him. I am proud of you, my son.
No! Mother! No!
Капец. Я дал я пришел на Капец. Это капец, это капец. Новая жертва. Выполнить задание 12. Так, я не все манускрипты нашел. Почему я перестал их искать? И чё?
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies.
Оказалось гнусной ложь.
Emily, what a
Как же
waste.
так?
I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse. Frankly, I feel like I'm cursed.
I hope I'll be able to control this new skill, otherwise my life will be hell.
Damn it, what a mess.
Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore.
Да, блин, ну, и сразу в демонов поверил. Какой-то мужик, которого первый раз увидел. 3 дня назад рассказал тебе. Да уж, ты, конечно, молодец. Так, что тут? Есть что полутать. Начинает.
Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Да.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
Но даже это не да.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother,
Наша
she
мать уже ушла
retired
с
from the
пути, и мы не
political
часто ее
stage. We
видим.
don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Well, if our goal is to direct the future of humanity, it'd work out easier through a monarchic system rather than a democracy.
I see you're a quick learner. From now on, you know the fence that separates William from the rest of the family. If only he would stop steering the destinies of certain countries like France or the United States of America in such a dangerous direction. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Да уж. Поговорите с Мортером в его кабинете.
That's me.
That's me. Мортимер прям в тайной комнате. А, в кабинете. С другой стороны, как бы становится понятно, почему, как бы, да, что я тут уже бегаю, ничего не лутаю.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Ну, пиздец, ты работничек.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
I'm sorry, Mr. President, but I don't have a minute to spare right now.
Yes, I see. No time for chit-chat with an elder, of course. Well, run along, my young friend.
До свидания, до свидания, до свидания. Блин, эта болтовня меня больше всего, да, как бы, вот головоломку обидно, что не решил с этими кольцами, и что я больше никаких книг найти не могу нигде.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You have made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Confused about everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up. You can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
Not much. He bid me welcome to the family, that's all.
Louis, Gregory is my brother. Always has been. And he never goes anywhere to say or do not much. He must have told you that he's worried about me, that he wants to be there for you, and that you ought to be wary of me.
Yes, something like that. I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us.
It seems you find yourself in the same position that you've placed men. You were told what to do, what to think, and you found it unbearable. Imagine if humanity finds out you secretly direct them. How do you think they'd react?
Your analogy is not without substance. But that's where it ends. Man's main flaw is his willingness to forget and to make the same errors time and again. He can't help it. He is mortal. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now,
Ну,
demons
просто
have
реально
emerged
теряется
in
мировой
and
профиль
around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they
Как
have
истинно
governed
они
with an
держат
iron
народ в
fist in
ежовых
a studded
рукавицах.
glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
So that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach, otherwise man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are. I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really significant. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
And you think that's been a success? Humanity? It's almost always at war. And it's been this way forever.
Look, I'm not saying that the task is easy. We've all had failures. And at times, we have even suffered from conflicts on our own side. I'm doing my best to improve the situation. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past. And that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail,
Блин,
you'll
нормальная
be in for
игра.
some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaget had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaget's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Капец, дичь какая-то. Не. Может быть, они бы лучше научились руки отращивать себе. О, да, опять же, на другом конце. Ладно, сейчас сходим к Пьяджи. Посмотрим, что там за способности по вселению в душу другого человека. И на этом уже будем заканчивать. Что-то меня в сон клонит. Капец. Рубит прям. Рубит прям меня. На-на-на-на-на.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ну, давай.
Ah, well. Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence. What exactly is your role with regard to the Holy Father?
What? What on earth is he playing at?
It's coming. You're a cardinal in Pictori.
Why don't you admit it?
Impertinent little brat. Louis, I don't find this conversation in very good taste.
All right, it's coming. Come on, Giuseppe, let me in.
What?
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it.
Что за хрень началась?
Look at yourself, Louis. Better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Дорогой Джузеппе, здоровье не позволяет мне проиграть и пустить собрание в прошу вас. Говорю, что мы неисправно следуем его советам насчет нашего знакомого кардинала епископа Кьерамонти. Полагаюсь на вас, Джованни Анджелико Брасти. Прошу вас ставить печать с моим девизом вместо своей личной печати, когда пишете ко мне. Печать со своим девизом. С моим девизом. Так. Печать с моим девизом GJ GHFJ. Дорогой Джузеппе, еще раз благодарю за то, что согласились представлять Ватикан Ордена. Надеюсь, ваше путешествие прошло хорошо, несмотря на то, что пришлось пересекать охваченную волнениями Францию. На вас уважаю Джованни Анджелико Брасти, HBCF. GH.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. Must be in Latin. Giustizia, misericordia e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up. I think it's in Italian. Justice, mercy, and humility. Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. Latin, it blooms in the house of God. This seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it. A circle with a cross inside. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. Latin, It blooms in the house of God. Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
GJ, GH, FJ. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Так, понятно. H это 1, B это 7. Сейчас мы это запишем все. Так, заметки. Заметки. Е равно 0. H равно единице. Дальше. B равно 7. C равно 9. F равно 3. Так, вернуться. Тут у нас что? Тут у нас получается G равно единице, J равно 2. H равно 7. F равно 9. Так, удаляюсь на подумать. Так. Продолжить трансляцию. Так, ну, у нас получается, что во втором письме одним и тем же цифрам соответствуют разные буквы. Ну, давайте. Написать секретный код.
They always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Так, 31. G. Так, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 цифр. 10 цифр. 9 это F. Ага. Значит, вот G это 0, это та, которая напротив даты. Е. Все правильно. Значит, напротив даты у нас на 24 у нас напротив даты А, значит, F.
Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Так, 0, первое.
Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Значит, так, у нас 7, значит, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. С, значит.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
С это 7. H это
Today
9.
the date is 24/01/1793.
А 3 это значит 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, J. E, F, G.
Today is the 24/01/1793.
Ну все, письмо написали.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us. What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is, and there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him. Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he? The slime bag. He works for Mortimer. Good thing I already tried to warn Gregory.
Фон Вёрнер. Слабость уклонения.
You find Louis unconscious and conclude that I'm his accomplice?
It's not so much finding him here as you being against me getting rid of him. That's not what you thought the day before yesterday, after he eavesdropped on our conversation.
Monsieur von Wallner, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
I'm warning you, if you continue, I will inform Lord Mortimer.
I'm not afraid of Mortimer. It's Sir Gregory I serve. Listen carefully, Piaggi. If you say anything, you'll be the one they find dead in your bed. Huh? Now, just turn around and let me handle this.
Don't touch him! Out of my room!
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Капец, я же...
Get back into my body. Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Столовый. Капец, я это самое что? Не ту Эмили выбрал, что ли?
Duke Manuel.
Monsieur Bonaparte stood me up. Would you believe it?
Ah, the French.
So tell me, what can I do for you?
Earlier, you mentioned the arrival of a certain Al-Chief.
No, Al-Asif. I spoke to you about a certain Al-Asif.
Oh, sorry. I got mixed up. Al-Azif, then.
Al-Asif. It's not really all that difficult to remember. I wonder what role he is to have in all of this. It should not be long before we find out. According to Sir Gregory, he will be arriving just before the conference starts.
I'm sorry to have troubled you. I'll be leaving now.
Perfect! I was going up to my room anyway. See you later.
So, Holmes planned something to do with the Al-Azif just before the next conference.
Алязив, понимаю, вот и что? Почему в кавычках все время?
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Everything went as planned. I didn't encounter any particular difficulties.
Well done, you. On my first try, well, it took me 3 goes. But you did it. Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in which...
You act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human? I was born a man. I grew up as such. Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference. I refuse to let them manipulate humanity the way they do. They're gonna ask me to choose between them. I'll just have to go with the lesser evil of the two. But they better not count on me to keep my word. I'll bring them all down.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him. That said, if he turns his back on me, I won't be slow in sticking a dagger between his shoulder blades.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Пора готовиться, да.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is?
You. My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down
Пошла
all our cards.
карты на стол, пора прикладывать. Четыре очка навыков. Добро пожаловать в семью. Пройти часть 4. Ой. Осталось 3 главы, да? Голосование. Сейчас будем голосовать за Луизиану. Опять же, какой демократии идет речь, если...
You will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the Lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
Вы не ровня для меня. Капец, компашка.
It's all already in there.
Already in there. Компашка, конечно, капец собралась. А вот Эмили, конечно, да, поехала потусить с пацанами. Дun-дун-дун-дун-дун.
Dear friends, I'd like to thank you for your continued trust and confidence. I admit that during these past few days, there has been much upheaval. I understand you've all been affected by this. Nevertheless, the world doesn't stop turning, and we are in fact on the verge of reshaping the modern world.
That is what we are all here for, my lord.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Monsieur Bonaparte. Now you all know what we have to do. I cannot warn you strongly enough. If one of Sir Gregory's guests asks to speak with you, remain on your guard. It is highly likely that he will try to rally as many supporters to his cause as he can.
Don't worry, William. We are all here to support your project through to its conclusion.
Thank you, George. Now, please, go and get some rest before the conference begins, which won't be long now. Louis, stay with me a moment, won't you? I'll be needing your services in a certain matter.
Yes, of course. What's the matter?
Louis, you are the only one here who I totally trust. It is very likely that Gregory will take possession of some of the members of our team. I shall keep them in check over the next few hours. However, I'll need you to... how can I say this? To persuade the members of Gregory's group.
What do you mean by that exactly?
You'll have free rein, my son. Persuade all of them. Use every possible means imaginable. But no physical violence. Let's be very, very clear about that. You must bring them all over to our side. What you can do this. I know it.
Very well, Father.
Now go, and come back and see me once you've finished.
I'll be off then.
Уже отцом называет чувака, которого третий день знаком. Ну, как бы что, манускриптов у меня нет. На этом серия заканчивается сегодняшняя. Что мы сегодня? Мамку нашу застрелили. И мы демоны, оказывается, какие-то непонятные. Эти два петуха тут не могут решить, кому Лузиана уйдет. Короче, куда мы попали? Ну, это жестко, конечно. Что я не угадал, где Эмили, а где Эмма. Интересно, там не важно, кого выберешь, все равно будет вот эта сцена у причала, что ты не угадал. Или все-таки я действительно неправильно выбрал. Ну, это уже только если в интернете можно узнать. Пока-пока.